the day, fellow youth leaders, Toastmasters, distinguished guests, and parents. I wish you all a very euphoric evening. Today, I have a dual role to play as your wordmaster and grammarian. As your grammarian today, I will carefully listen to your speeches and take note of the good and the not so good usages of language. As your wordmaster today, to introduce a new word as the word of the day and explain the different usages of the word with proper illustration to enable us to expand our vocabulary. At the end, I will present my report when called upon by our general body. The word of today's meeting is euphoria, already displayed on the wall and etc. The word euphoria is a verb. It means to feel intense happiness or excitement. Its adjective form is euphoric. Synonyms are joy, glee, excitement, and happiness. Synonyms, misery or depression. Now let me give you some examples on the usage of this word. She was extremely euphoric for days after winning the contest. He was flooded with euphoria as he went to the podium. I would request all the speakers and the assignees to just go ahead and enjoy using this word. Thank you.
Thank you, you leaders Zida Hasil. I request all the speakers and assignees to use this word euphoria as much as possible. Thank you, wordmaster and grammarian. May I request youth leader Muhammad Afan Hussain to explain his role.
My role as a founder is to listen to all the members and make a note of some few just for the future, such as example, etc. and report them when called upon to do so. And to count the words used as unwanted clauses and figures in speeches, such as and, you know, but, so, etc. and report them as clauses and figures. I will submit my report at the end of the educational session and call upon you.
Thank you, youth leader Muhammad Afan Hussain. Youth leader Jazana Seema, can you explain your role as a timer?
My role as a timer is to keep track of the time for all speeches and evaluation sessions. For prepared speeches, time allotted for international speech is 5 to 7 minutes. The grace period of 30 seconds is allowed on either side. For table topic speeches, the time allotted is 1 to 2 minutes, with a grace period of 30 seconds on the higher side. For prepared speech evaluators, the time allotted is 1 to 2 minutes, with a grace period of 30 seconds on the higher side. For table topic evaluators, the time allotted is 30 seconds for each speaker and for overall evaluation is 30 seconds. I will report the exact time taken by each participant at the end of each session when called upon to do so. Over to you, Peter.
Thank you, youth leader Jazana Seema. Youth leader Janaki Aaron, can you please explain your role as a vote counter?
My role as a vote counter is to distribute to collect votes at the end of the session. I shall vote, count the votes, and declare the results at the end of the meeting when called upon to do so.
Thank you, youth leader Janaki Aaron. Joke master, youth leader Sujan Reddy, can you please explain your role? Is he absent?
He will send the job that out of function.
Fellow youth leaders, please put our hands together to give a big round of applause to all our assignees. Thank you. Our meeting will have 4 segments. To start with workshop session, prepared speech segment, table topic segment, followed by evaluation segment. Now let's start our first segment with workshop presentation. Our first educational workshop is voice and vocabulary. Help me welcome DTM Sajira Anjum ma'am to the podium, please.
Good afternoon. Good evening, all of you. Good evening. How are you all today? Fine. Are you excited? Yes. I'm also very much excited because I love to be with youngsters. That's the secret of my energy actually. So today we will be discussing about voice and vocabulary. Okay, since you are all dealing with speeches and as you are like youth leaders. So voice and vocabulary is very important, isn't it? Yes. Without a good voice, how you can do a speech? How it can be audible? How it will be clear to the audience, isn't it? Yes. So let's have little small tips about how you can improve your voice and the vocabulary to improve your speech and the speaking skills. Okay? So, before going into detail about the voice, let's see what are the different types of voice like we can usually hear. That's like resonant, deep and echoing voice, and pleasant voice. It can be very harsh, shrill voice, or it can be monotonous, like somebody who speak always slow and steady. So we usually get bored out of the sound. Then, so out of this four type of voice, what do you think? Which one will be the best? Pleasant. That is ease to the ears. It will be like pleasant to your ears and pleasant to the audience. So, why we should choose a pleasant voice? Because in order to communicate your message properly, so that it will be like the audience. They sometimes even what you are speaking, the voice will make like somebody listen to you because your voice is sounds good. So people feel like listening to you. So it will be easy for you to convey the message to the audience. Okay, or the ability to impress the audience. So in that way you can impress the audience. Before the speech itself, you can impress your audience through a proper or well modulated voice. Okay. So when you have a good voice like is gifted sometimes, but we can modulate it through some exercises, through some pattern of speaking. You can modulate it so it will be more impressive. So before doing a good speech, if the voice is good, half work is done, isn't it?
Yes.
So what is a pleasant speaking voice? Let's see. A voice loud enough to be heard and sound strong when not loud. It's not like we have to be we are screaming and it's not like that. So whenever it has to be loud, it has to be. But whenever it has to be soft, it can be. But it will be clear. Whenever it is soft also, because when during a speech you are having a story and you're telling a story every time you cannot do like loud. Sometimes you are expressing some sad, a weak emotion. So you have to lower your voice, isn't it? You have to bring it down. Then what you will do? It's slow but strong to be heard. Clear enough to be understood. So that's what I'm telling. Sometimes we are hearing something, people are reading out something, but they are just reading out and it's not clear because wherever it has to be stopped, wherever there should be a pause, it has to be. Then it will be clear later. Now if I'm talking to you continuously in great speed and without any pause or stop where it has to be, that's why when I write a speech, I put comma where I am expected to pause it. So that when I practice, I know where I have to pause it. Okay, sometimes it will be a soft pause, sometimes it will be a long pause, then long pause it will be full stop. So when you write a speech, you can do this one to make it sure when you practice, you will take care of this. These pauses are very important and this is magical. Okay, it adds emotions. Pleasing enough to be enjoyable. Yes. When you hear, you feel like hearing. So it should be enjoyed. Now, it never sounds monotonous and emotionless. Okay. So usually in schools, when you are asked to do a speech, what do? You just come and have a paragraph. There's no emotion, isn't it? But when a real speech has emotion, you have to express whatever you want to convey. Then only audience will feel that emotion. Isn't it? So there should be emotion and also it should not be monotonous. For example, in a classroom, the teacher is teaching continuously, like reading up something, saying words. After some time, will be sleeping. Because why? There is no modulation in the sound. So there should be modulation. High and low pitches. Sometimes that's why sometimes the teacher has to call out some names loudly also to ensure that nobody hears it. Then, so when it comes to sound, volume is important, isn't it? It should be audible. So volume is important. So volume. To add emphasis on the drama or the impact. That's what I'm telling. Sometimes it has to go low, volume should be down. We have to go slow. Sometimes it has to be elevated. Okay. Then rate, the speed at which we are speaking. I know myself, like in my speeches, because usually when I write a speech, it comes long. Okay, so I'm little fast in my speeches. Even then, it has to be in that particular rate that's not so fast. So usually it's considered 126, 25 to 160 words per minute, so that it will be audible and it can be hearable. Not too fast. Okay, but sometimes accordingly, if you are saying I'm running, then we have to make it a little faster. So this with the words you can play this one. So everything comes with the words. Okay. Then volume. I think it's not clear because of the light.
Because I can speak from this side also it will be clear.
Then. Maybe we can focus it.
Again,
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming. Yeah. So you can on this one, sir. Yeah. So quality. Quality means relax your throat. Okay. Because if you are giving stress to your throat, the sound will not be produced as the way. So usually what happens, then you have a speech, you overdo. You do more practice and your throat will be so much stressed. And so you have to relax your throat, you have to relax your lips also. So that you can bound the word, like no words around, so that it will be pronounced or spelled in a proper way. Okay. So pitch or intonation, that's very important. Like the rise and the right, like we have to rise it when it's needed. So this intonation of the sound is very, very important. The pitch, it's called pitch or intonation. The voice in speaking to demonstrate the emotions and conviction. So if you are telling something like so if you are declaring something, for example, so it has to be strong. Then only others will feel this is a declaration. This is a decision made. There is no change. Okay, no means no. Means say no. There is no other talk, isn't it? But sometimes you know, I feel so sad. Go down. But even then, it's not giving you the emotion. So it has to vary according. The pitch has to be very. Then comes to vocabulary. Okay, I know you people are good in there. You are good readers and so you use good words. Okay, that's very important. You know why? You can impress the audience by using beautiful. Why we have a word of the day of all the meetings? Like no, why? To learn new words. So when you know through your agenda that you have a word of the day that is euphoria. So try to incorporate in your speeches. Maybe one time, two times according to the situation. So you have already prepared the speeches, but incorporating one word is not a big thing, isn't it? So when you get your agenda and know that this is the word of the day, incorporate, make it sure that all of you who have like speeches the next week should incorporate this word so that you are using. Without using, you will not learn. Okay, now you have 8 meetings, you are learning 8 new words. Incorporate it into your speeches. Then when you use, like when you're communicating with your friends and all, use this word. You can learn more words like that. According like no, it's believed like no, the words that you have learned up to your 12, like the 12th year of education, you will not learn more words after that. So this is the maximum word a person can learn. Now after that, it's only enhancing and adding up. So most number of words that we have learned in our life is up to that age. Okay, so this is the best stage for you. Add up more into your vocabulary so that you can impress your audience with beautiful words. Use words economically. Sometimes we will see this from detail in detail also. Use words economically means sometimes like table topics. We have only 2 minutes. Okay, so we need shorter words than lengthier words so that we can save our time. Use short sentences. Sometimes we have a nature of making the sentence too long. So we will miss out the people who are hearing what was the beginning and what was the end. Okay, it happens. We add a paragraph like that. So make it simple and simple sentence. Avoid ambiguity. You know, ambiguity means that confusion. What really you want to say? It's not clear. The sense of the sentence, like no, it's not clear to the audience. And do not use jargons. You know, jargons are some special sentences or some usages that used in some profession, especially. So if you use that one, it won't. The others, like for example, we use some sentences for in Hindi or something. When we use in an international meet like this, maybe other country people cannot understand. For some profession, we use some words or jargons cannot be understood by the normal people. So better to avoid such jargons. Need for the right word, clear, short, accurate, and use color. Okay, so that it will enhance your speech is like an, you know, writing a speech like an art, I believe. Okay, so when you write it like, it should be like an, you know, an artwork that everybody should feel, not like we are dumping up so much of information, okay? So other people feel like, no, why? But the same information we can convey through very beautiful, simple sentences, adding up a story, so people can experience it than dumping it with like lot of information that nobody understands. Then when we hear a lot of information together, what will happen? People won't be interested. They get bored. Why here? They will not take away anything valuable. So we have to make a speech in such a way, the way that what we want to convey, it should be conveyed. That's why in a single speech we will not put more things. Like, you know, it will be based on one simple content, and we can create it with your life, with a story. Then we can come up with a beautiful message. So the people know, see, this is what I learned from this speech. So it's easy to carry on. Okay. So So I was telling about two long words, to make it economical. We were discussing about making the word economical. So you can see component. Component like how many syllables? It takes time. So in a 2 minutes speech, that is table topics or evaluation, try to make it simple so we can save time. So say it's a component in the part, small, everybody can understand and easy. And demonstrate. Okay, instead of taking demonstrate, so for 4 words it will take how long time? How many syllables will come? Then facilitate, make it easy, inquire, ask, numerous. So some examples I have done to tell you what is the difference between a long word and a short word. Sometimes it's very important to incorporate some beautiful words also to impress others. See, she's good in language, her vocabulary is really good. So that's also important, but not always. It depends on the situation. Now, I told you we can use beautiful words, isn't it? So, see, this is I try to introduce to you just a small word set. Okay, instead of telling the said in all situations, we can use plenty of words according to the emotions. So, if you are in an anger, the snap, question, she questioned, means what? It's an anger. Okay, so according to the emotions, we can use the words. So simple said word has been used in how many different words? Pace, affection, excitement, and gush. She gushed out. You know that she was talking in excitement. So we know that she was saying all this thing in excitement. Okay, fear. Then determination. That's what I call. I insist you to do this. That means we cannot change. This is with a lot of confidence. We have to do this one. So accordingly, happiness. Again, sorry, sadness, sob, moan, storytelling, recounting, recall, she recalled the incident. Okay, so in this way, the simple said word can be used in variety of ways according to the emotions. Then vivid words. So I have cited some examples how we use vivid words to add beauty to your speech. Okay, see, I saw a host of golden daffodils fluttering in the breeze. So instead of saying I saw daffodils, instead of that one, we enhance it in a poetic or a dramatic way to enhance the beauty of your speech. So I saw a host of gold. So make it soft because they are telling something beautiful. So tossing their heads in a sprightly dance. See the clock, the time is flying. So the clock is ticking, the time is flying. So some rhythm is there in the sounds. Okay. The past increases and the future recedes. It is the past that defines your future. No man in the universe is rich enough to buy back the past. See how it goes up and down. This will add beauty to your speeches. You have to practice this, okay? So I told you to use short words. Doesn't mean use abbreviations. I know your generation always is in the habit of using abbreviations. So usually sometimes when I get messages, I cannot understand most of the abbreviations. I have to ask my daughter, sometimes I take her help. So in a speech, don't use any abbreviations because when you speak something, it should be understandable and it should be, others should know what it is. Otherwise, it's of no use speak. So don't use abbreviation, ASAP. Usually we use it in emails and all, it's okay. They have time to understand. But in a speech, don't. Okay? So as soon as possible. So you write ASAP. Don't. Sometimes I've heard somebody telling ASAP. So it doesn't make any sense. Use short words but not abbreviations. Some Zijan words. This is all your words. Okay, you use it in your chats, isn't it? Huh? Yes, but it's not like the real words. So if you are speaking, we cannot understand what you want to tell. So it has to be known, abstract, it has to be accepted in the dictionary at least. Okay? See, dog, fam, hyper, tea. Tea, what is the meaning of tea? Drama. I don't like a tea that I usually drink in the evening. But I came to know that's it's like tea is drama. But when you have it, we will not understand tea. Okay, so don't use such words which is not. And dog, I was talking about dog. So I asked my daughter, what is the meaning of dog? She told me tool. So when I searched for my dictionary, what is dog? So I came to know that stupid. in the literary meaning. So you use the word in chats as dog, isn't it? To express that it is cool. So when I search like it is written stupid. So see, this is what. So avoid those ambiguities. Like no, it has to be clear with clarity that the meaning, like no. So ambiguities we can avoid. You will be knowing the meaning of all these things, isn't it? Fan, hyper. What is hyper? Encourage. It makes little sense. Hyper, okay, encourage. Snack. I thought like no snack, that big snack we have. What is snack? Attractive. Huh? See? You have to get it no. Otherwise we will not understand these things. Usage of wrong words or difficult words can lead the audience lost. This is what. Okay. So you tell a snack and the other one cannot understand, they will be lost. So don't let it happen. Making sure the words that you use is clear and it has a clear meaning to express. Okay. Audience, then avoid long sentences. Sometimes we add clauses like no relating clauses and. Usually grammatically it's wrong. You know that. We cannot use that much add in a sentence. But we are used to this one, using add and but. So we never know where we started and where we ended up. So making sure the sentences that you use is simple sentence. Okay. Don't make it so complicated with a lot of relative clauses. Avoid using filling words. That's the important part of our Toastmasters. That's why we have our counter to count all our hours and filling nouns. So this is very important. Okay. I used to speak before being in Toastmasters. I used to speak on stages. Being a vice principal of the school, so usually I speak. But when I came to Toastmasters, I started being very much careful about my ers and ums. Okay, that we have to do intentionally. We have to stop that one. To practice. Okay, so usually when you are a speaker, we don't bother about ers and ums. But when we know that, like in Toastmasters, we add up this one, it's value. Okay, when you are talking to somebody and you add up so many ers and ums, what will happen? They will think like you have no confidence, lack of confidence. Okay, so you have to come out of this ers and ums in order to make it sure to show your confidence in your speech. That's why this is a combined program of a leadership and speaking. Okay, when a leader speaks, it has to be confident. Interrupt your sequence of ideas and sometimes when now see I'm talking a sentence and I'm explaining to you. Sometimes it's necessary to explain your ideas. Okay, you're talking about something and it needs an explanation. So you can pause and tell what does it mean, so that things will be more clear. So you can summarize also, and that's why at the end of the speech we have a conclusion, a summary, isn't it? You talk about so many things, and the audience sometimes are lost. What is this about? What the speech is about? So you have to summarize it, or we have a conclusion. We have the conclusion with the message, so they know this is all about this one. Even those who have not understood the beginning, they know that this is all about this solution. Use personal pronoun. That's very important. You know, you have to include the audience with you. Let's do it. We can do it. Okay, why we use that word? Because to include the audience in your speech. Make them feel that they are also part of this journey. Okay, so better to use personal so that you can be a part of this. So they also make it feel like, yes, I am also a part. She's talking for me. Okay, it's not something different from me. It's also about me. About ambiguities. That's what I was telling about. Okay, see, I have given some sentences. Foreigners are hunting dogs. Foreigners are hunting dogs. What do you understand by this sentence? Foreigners are hunting dogs. What do you understand from this sentence? Can you tell me?
Different from other country.
Yeah, this is like the foreigners are hunting dogs. That means they are hunting dogs or foreign dogs are hunters. It can be, we can say foreign dogs, like foreign species of dogs are, foreign breed of dogs are hunters. They are being used. Or it can be in that way like the foreigners are coming here and hunting dogs. Okay, so there is no clarity in the sentence. Like what does it mean? See, I have a black horse in a red pajama. Okay, so whether the horse is wearing the pajama or me, no clarity. So it's all about clarity in the sentence. Avoid jargons. That's what I told you. Jargons are special words that we use in some professions or some special situations. So avoid. If I tell you avoid, you will not understand because it's a jargon that it means like no leave without permission. Usually used in military and all this in avoid. Or like missing without information. So this word, if I use it, you will not know because this is usually used in military terms or like no. So avoid such jargons. Improve articulation. Articulation means what? The word we use the word. It's not about pronunciation also. It's about the way you use the word, like how you use your tongue, how you use your lips, okay, how your face is like, no, it's very important when we talk articulation, okay. It should be, when somebody sees you, it should be pleasant also, isn't it? That's why always we insist to practice in front of the mirror. So you will know what is happening on your face, otherwise you will never know, okay. It will give you an impact like, so okay, I'm doing this, let me change a little bit. Okay, so it will look little more nice, like in a better way. So you can do that one through some practices. The basis of articulation is shaping your sound by tongue, teeth, palates, lips, and nose. Sometimes we speak through nose and it like no sounds like something different. Okay, so clear articulation requires 3 conditions. Let's see what are the conditions. The sound must be accurately formed. Whatever we want to say should be accurately. Sometimes if it's like ending in between, it won't be completed. The word won't be complete. So it should be completely formed. That's why sometimes when I hear some students' speeches and all, they're not opening up the mouth. They have a good sound. They can speak well. But you know, it's like they're not opening up. You have to open up your mouth and speak. So it will be louder and it will be more pleasant and audible to others. So open up. Okay. So shaping. The sound must be sufficiently supported by breath. Sometimes what happens, you're not controlling your breath, that it will be stopped in between, but it should not be. Sometimes pause in a wrong place will change the meaning. So you have to control your breath, where you have to take the breath. Sometimes the audience should not know that you are taking the breath out. So you have to arrange your breath in such a way that nobody knows that you are taking up and breathing out. No, you only know because you are arranging. Otherwise, sometimes we can hear the sound of because not in a controlled way. So the sound, the breath should be taken in and out in a controlled way that it won't be visible to the audience. So it should be controlled. The sound must be completely finished. That's what. So the sound, let it complete. Then start the next word. Techniques to improve articulations. Open your mouth. That's what I told. Don't just like, sometimes they are talking inside. Like the lips and teeth are closed and it won't be coming out. Open your mouth and talk so that it will be audible. Okay? Loosen your lips. Make it lips lazy. Like not like stiff. Like lips. Like loosen your lips and wrap them around the words. But beware of your tongue. Sometimes tongue comes in between the words and we will spell it wrong. Okay? Watch your tongue. Very important. Usually we take spill off my tongue. Sometimes it happens, we want to tell something and the tongue come in between the word and it will be something else. So beware of your tongue and keep it out of the way of your word. So be careful about that. Practice saying the word clearly and confidently. So if you have a new word in your speech, repeat it multiple times so that you will get acquainted to that particular word. So that sometimes new words is very difficult to come out of your tongue. Okay, so what you have to do? You have to practice this multiple times and see how it's like, how your lips are coming, how your face is coming. So you can practice it multiple times to ensure that it become yours. Okay, the word will become yours, not a special or foreign word. Practice. Find a place. During practice, now it's very important to practice this thing. Okay. So you will be hesitant to practice in an open way. So you find a place where you can practice alone by yourself without any inhibition, any disturbance. You find a place to practice. And then I told you better to practice in front of a mirror so that you will know what is coming on. Okay. Then don't overdo it. I told you overdo it will stress yourself and you will also feel like no. So don't overdo. Make it sure it will be done according to the need of the time. Okay. Then make honest effort to vary the pitch, rate and volume of your words. That's very important. So when you do it, making sure the volume and the pitch is varied. So don't think that I'm doing it at home, okay, I'm just learning. No. When you start practicing itself, make it sure it is done with the varying speed and sound. Okay. Try to record the words. That's very important. That makes a big difference. When you are doing your speech, make it sure you record it. Okay. What will happen? Usually we never want to hear our speech. You know, it's very embarrassing for ourselves to hear our own speech. But do that when you practice. Record your speeches and see where is the problem. Whether it is clear, where I have to be slow, where I have to speed up, where I have to, so this will help you. Always record your speech and do it as many as possible as you feel confident and you will feel happy to hear your voice. It will make a difference. The pronunciation. Pronunciation is the biggest challenge of this era because we never know which pronunciation we have to use. It should be British, it should be American, Australian, Indian, all these pronunciations are there. And sometimes I'm very much confused. I have to go and check when I hear some word, what is the correct pronunciation, isn't it? So it's a big task of this time. So because when we were children, we just use the words that our teachers are teaching. We have no other way to find out the pronunciation. So if the teacher is teaching wrong, that's the word. Okay, so, but nowadays the Google and all these things, you will get to know the differences in the pronunciation. So, but in the pronunciation, most important is the word stress, emphasis, where the syllable should be, which syllable should be emphasized, which syllable should be weak. So, it will change the whole pronunciation technique. Okay, rhythm, there should be a rhythm in talking. Then intonation, the rise and fall of the voice. So, all this will improve your pronunciation. So I have given a small example. Kiss your W's. So when you W and V, okay, almost sounds like same, isn't it? W and V. If you see me, it's verb. W also verb, isn't it? So you will always notice how the pronunciation is changing. But it's always been told, kiss your W's. When you use the word, now word, it should come together. The lips are coming together. So that's why it's called kiss your W. So when you use W, you are using word. When you use V, one, bite your lips. So see, that is the simple thing, but we have to practice it. When we use V words, you can see bang. We are not saying one, isn't it? Word and bang. So this is about how you use your tongue and see how the things change in a very simple way. Now these are some examples that you can practice by yourself. Like sometimes some words are, some letters are silent. We are not expressing that letters now. S-U-B-T-L-E. We never sound the B sound will never come because after B there is a T, so it will be subtle. Dead, warm, storm, no B. Okay, B is always silent. Plumber. There's an exception like obtain. Obtain, D is audible. We have to spell the word D. Now, so I have given some examples to, now honor. We never say honor. It's honor. Hour. So H is silent. So we need to know this one because it's very important. Otherwise people will think you are not doing English because you are all youngsters, coming up. So this, you should know which sound should be heard, which sound should not be heard, so that it will look good when you are speaking. So that's all for today. So when you speak, stand up straight, give your lungs the room to expand, vary your voice to match up your words, and just to speak clearly and loudly with enthusiasm. So in Toastmasters, speaking is not just words. It includes when we tell words, it has voice modulations, it has pitch, rate, volume, sound, all these things. But not only that, if somebody stands like here and all the pitches and all, it includes the movement, the posture, how you stand on the stage, the gestures that you use with your your hands or movements or eye contact. So all this together make a beautiful speech. But when we tell movement, don't say I am moving. No, that's also very important, right? You make it sure there is a controlled movement according to the need of the speech. The gestures according to the need of the speech. So it won't look bad because when we say that we have to move, people I can see they move all the time on the stage. It's also not necessary. So I hope I can see a very confident because First meeting when I was here, when I was seeing you, when I was hearing you like speaking, I was so proud because you are all good speakers. You have good language, confident. So after this, it's like a course. For me, youth leadership program, it's not like just 8 meetings. It's like a course where you come up confidently and you can speak up on stage in a very gentle and formal way. Okay, so all the best to all of you. I hope it helped. If you have any doubt, you can ask me now. Yes.
What are some exercises to control your voice formulation?
Control means you can do breathing exercises. Sometimes some people cannot speak much because of the breathing, so you can have a breathing exercises which will control your breath. Sometimes, it's always been told, they are not good in speaking, the voice will not come out. So, shout, make a sound louder so that it will come out, from the vocal cord, in a proper way. Such exercises you can do to improve the clarity and the quality of your sound. Anything else?
How can you avoid unnecessary noise?
That is, knowingly you have to do that. Okay, you have to, when you talk, you have to keep it in your mind that this earths and arms should not come. And when you draft a speech, this is your speech, nobody knows your speech, isn't it? So instead of just by hearting and mugging it up, you should learn the speech, the content of the speech, the concept, you know what is that. So you are good in English. If you start somewhere, don't waste your time. Move on with your speech because you know what it is. Isn't it? So don't feel like, no, it's not that sentence that I have written, so you lost there. Okay, don't do that. Even though you forget the speech, just stop there and continue the way that you can do. Because you are good in your language, isn't it? You can frame sentences. You know what I have to tell, what it's all about, isn't it? So continue in that. So intentionally, in the beginning, when you do any small speeches or practices, make sure you avoid this and come. And don't tell about the fear. Fear is always there. Even I, all the veteran taskmasters here, they have the fear. Without fear, I hope, if you have no fear, you will not work hard. Isn't it? If you have fear, you will practice more and you will do in a proper way. So I think this is my policy. Fear is sometimes necessary to do more preparation. Okay, so don't think fear is a bad thing. For me, fear is something good, that I will be more prepared for the situation. Isn't it? If you are fearful, you will be more prepared for the situation. So most important is your preparation, how you practice, and if you lost it, you know the speech and nobody knows how you have drafted, continue in the way that you can, with your own sentences, with your own words. Okay, thank you all.
Dear youth leaders, how was the workshop?
Excellent.
You liked it?
Yeah.
Give a thumbs down our Periyar. So, ma'am is always helping us. From the beginning onwards, our youth leadership program, ma'am used to take the class for us. So, for us, it is a family matter. And even ma'am's daughter also. Yeah. So, as a youth leader last year and champion speaker, and in the beginning this year also she was given a specific speech also. So whenever we are thinking about ma'am, it's our family member, right? So it's very happy to honor and since this is a talk of recognition for ma'am.
Thank you so much.
So for giving this this is our now. So I would like to call our Toastmaster, Senior Toastmaster, Harichetan on the stage. All of you have enjoyed it. It was very meaningful. You need develop. You don't know now where you are going to get these, the fruitful nature of these classes. So because we are of the age and we know the lack of communication, how many people have failed in their life. So it is a good information that was given, and please, we need more classes like this. Thank you, madam.
Thank you, Didi and Sajira and Jim ma'am. Now let's start a second segment with prepared speeches. Our first speaker is Youth Leader Siddharth Manoj. Youth Leader Siddharth Manoj is a 12-year-old car enthusiast and a passionate gamer. May I request his evaluator, Youth Leader Joshni Vijay Kumar, to explain the objectives of the level. Thank you, Youth Leader Joshni Vijay Kumar. Help me welcome Youth Leader Siddharth Manoj to the podium, please. Speech title: The Art of Juggling Life's Clouds. Youth Leader Siddharth Manoj. Youth Leader Siddharth Manoj. Speech title: The Art of Juggling Life's Clouds.
Am I audible? When I was a little child, I always had fear of waking up at 6 a.m. You know why? My bus came at 7:30 a.m. And I had the fear because I always used to wake up at 7:25. And those 5 minutes were the most chaotic moments of my life. You know why? Because I did not know the importance of time management. Youth leader of the day, eminent Toastmasters, the passionate youth leaders, and guests, a warm good evening to one and all.
Good evening.
Time management. When you hear this word, what comes in your mind? But for me, it is putting a whole week's worth of work into one day. I've always tried to manage my time and make my day worthy. I felt so confident that one day I took a paper and I made a list. Yeah, I'm gonna do this today, I'm gonna do that. When I was making the list, I got distracted and started sitting in front of the TV. And my mom came and kicked me out to watch a series. So I wanted to learn how this time management works. And I gathered some of the steps that is involved to reach this milestone. Now let's leave my thing and get to the topic. In 2017, a meeting was held in America with 15 billionaires around the world who were CEOs of companies. These people were asked one question. He said, with such a big company in your hands, how do you manage it? What is the trick? The answer that 49 of those 50 billionaires said that the trick is just take a paper or a notepad and write today's work list. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And whenever you complete an activity, put a tick on it. So this is what they said. Now let me take it into further. Step 2. So I discussed right now we will make a list. Now the next step is to do the activities, right? So the first activity should not be long. Don't take the first activity after you wake up in the morning. Don't do a 2-hour activity. Instead, stick to the smaller activities. So when you wake up and you start your list, first you will do the task that takes 5 to 10 minutes. That you can finish up. It could be like sending an email, feeding your pet, or washing the dishes, anything. So first you should start with the activities that take 5 to 10 minutes to complete. And after that, you can go and you can increase the time. That is, first if you're doing 5 to 10 minute activity, then you can do a 20 minute to 30 minute activity, and then you can go 50, 1 hour, you can increase it. So that is step 2. And step 3, it is to motivate yourself to do the activity. So you take it, you start doing it. Okay? So the thing to motivate yourself is there's a thing that most people have. It is a problem. It is that whenever they start doing something productive, they do it and in between they start feeling sleepy or drowsy. You know what is the solution to this? Start kicking to your mind. Say 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. After that I'll take the rest. Your brain will be tricked. It'll think, okay, I'll do for 5 minutes, then I'll take rest. But these 5 minutes can turn into hours. But this may not work first. No, it will not work in the first try. When you do it for weeks, when you do it for months, when you do it for years, those 5 minutes that you asked your mind can turn into hours. Now the fourth step is, you will ask me, Siddharth, what about the breaks in between the sessions? We cannot just work all day. We need breaks, right? Yes. So what you can do is, there's a thing, it is scientifically proven that the human brain can focus for fully logged in for about 30 minutes, which increases when it's divided into sessions with breaks. So when you do a 30-minute session, you don't need to take a 20-minute break. You don't need it to charge you up. So the thing you can do is, you'll do a 30-minute session and then you will take a 2-minute break instead of a 20-minute break. So you'll take those 2 minutes break and your brain will be completely charged up. See, we're doing this so we can increase our productivity level. So first you do that and then you can increase the time. That is, if the first session goes 30 minutes, you take the second session to be 50 minutes. Now increase the time a little bit. So this will increase your productivity. So when you do a second, it will be 50 minutes, right? So for that, take a 5-minute break. And if you increase to 1 hour, take a 10-minute break. Increasing to 2 hours, take a 20-minute break. But please don't take your activities more than 2 hours. Because all this is going to happen is you are going to drain out and you'll be frustrated. So don't do any activity for more than 2 hours because you will end up losing your productivity and you'll accomplish nothing. Now you will think, Siddharth, okay, all of these are there. So why do we even need to make a list? We can just remember the things we want to do and do it, right? The reason why I'm making a list is because if we don't have a list to guide us through the things that we need to do, it is like we are driving a car down a mountain with leaving its steering wheel. What will happen? You'll crash and you may die, right? Same thing applies here. If you don't have anything to guide you through your day, what is going to happen? That you will end up getting distracted and you'll accomplish nothing. Which is same as the example I told you. Dying, accomplishing nothing. Now I would like to conclude my speech by saying that time is the biggest asset in our life. Make every single second of it count. Time is running away. It will never wait for you. Run after it. Or do you today?
Thank you, Teacher Siddharth Manoj. The second speaker is Youth Leader Humaira Fatima. Youth Leader Humaira Fatima is a passionate 7th grader with a love for books and a dream of becoming a veterinarian. She thrives on challenges and is excited about pursuing her aspiration in animal care. Help me welcome Youth Leader Humaira Fatima to the podium, please. Speech title, Unleashing Your Inner Potential. Youth Leader Humaira Fatima. Youth Leader Humaira Fatima, speech title, Unleashing Your Inner Potential.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Life is always full of surprises. You never know who you're going to meet that will change your life forever. Distinguished Toastmasters, parents, guests, and my euphoric fellow youth leaders, a very warm good evening to one and all. It was a fine early morning when suddenly my sister barged into the room, screaming, which almost burst in my eardrums, and said, "Mom, I'm going to participate in the upcoming running race competition." She was so passionate about running. She started practicing day and night. But some people said she couldn't win, wasn't strong enough, or didn't try hard. Still, she kept on going and didn't let their words get to her. On the day of the race, she tried her best and gave it her all. The wind was blowing in her face, everything was perfect until she fell and couldn't win. She was devastated, and people said things that made her feel even worse. People's lack of belief hurt her deeply. But she refused to quit and wanted to try again. She started practicing again and again, step by step, and watched other runners and learned from them, working hard to improve herself. She put in hours of practice and striving to enhance her skills. Her goal was crystal clear. She aimed to prove everyone she was capable. And soon, she got another chance to race once more. Not only did she secure first place, but also earned herself a spot at the Nationals. Her achievements spoke volumes, surprising those who had doubted her. She didn't just stop there. She stood for the sports secretary at International Indian School, Periyar Jubail, and won with 700 votes. She proved everyone wrong. She proved everyone wrong. She not only chased her dreams, but also achieved them, proving that even the most challenging dreams can be conquered. She was a shy and silent girl, but she became the most confident person I know in my life, teaching me the power of determination and confidence. Her journey is like a bright light, showing us how to believe in ourselves and go after our dreams. She didn't just magically become confident, she worked for it. And you know what? We can totally do that too. Imagine all the amazing stuff we could do if we chased after our dreams. Just with the same determination and passion as her. She became my first role model, showing me how to become confident and strong. Now I'm standing here, giving my first international speech in front of my first role model, which is my sister over there. There might be times when people try to bring us down, discourage us, or say mean things about us. But we shouldn't let anyone's bad thoughts or words control us. We can live the way we want and do as we say. It's about believing in ourselves. Even when hard times come, we should always believe in ourselves. Standing up for ourselves means setting boundaries and saying no when we need to. It's about believing in ourselves and not letting anyone take that away. It's not about being perfect. It's about being okay with being you. Don't let anyone take your passion away from you. Embrace your talent, your uniqueness, and own it. And you're working just as you are. It's about believing in yourself. Even when doubts try to creep in, remember, you are a shining star in your own story. So let's keep our heads high, believe in ourselves, and never let anyone put us down. Will you all fulfill that promise?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank Thank you, youth leader Humaira Fatima. Help me welcome you. Our third speaker is Youth Leader Afshin Shah. Youth Leader Afshin Shah is a seventh grader who studies in International Indian School at Jubail. Her hobbies are reading and singing. She was a champion in International Abacus Mental Maths competition in 2019. Speech title. Speech title, Are You Positive? Youth Leader Afshin Shah. Youth Leader Afshin Shah, speech title, Are You Positive?
Yes, I can do it and I will do it. Dear Youth Leader of the Day, fellow youth leaders, respected Toastmasters and distinguished guests, a warm good evening to one and all. I'd like to start off by telling you all that having the right mindset can help you succeed in many things in life, and positive attitude alone can get you there. I believe that positive attitude has the power to move you forward in life, and with that power, you can achieve the things that you had once deemed impossible. Let me share my experience and why I think that positive attitude is the way to success. It was 2017. My elder sister, Afrin, was a student of UCMAS, a mental arithmetic system. She had received the golden opportunity to participate in the 2017 International UCMAS competition. She flew to Malaysia alone and successfully secured the second runner-up position in her category. The next year, she tried her hands at a different difficulty level and had once again received the second position in her level. Soon, I also joined UCMAS classes in hopes that I would achieve something as great or even greater. In 2019, I decided that I would showcase my talent in the 2019 International UCMAS competition held in Cambodia. Do you know what the challenge was? It was, in fact, to solve 200 questions in just 8 minutes. I couldn't believe it at the first time too. To actually be eligible and to participate in this, we had to go through an intense screening process so that we could earn our place in midst of many people who are as talented and even more talented than we are. With lots of practice and hard work, I had passed the screening test. After 2 whole months of dedication, hard work and practice, the Jubail team took off to Cambodia. After 7 long hours on that very boring flight plane, which had no entertainment by the way, after 7 long hours, we finally landed in Cambodia and we reached our hotel. That night, my mother asked me, Afshin, are you up to the challenge? Without hesitation, I replied, yes, I can do it and I will do it. The next morning, we headed to the competition venue. It was extremely crowded. Thank goodness I wasn't claustrophobic. I entered the competition hall and my eyes had amazed me. There were over 50,000 people in there who had all assembled from across the globe to try and participate in this competition. The 8-minute timer started ticking and I started off with my work. And I gave it my all and maintained my positive attitude. That night, when I got home, I finally got my night's worth of beauty sleep. But on the background, the evaluation teams were at progress. And it was barely past sunrise when I woke up to my mother exclaiming, Afshin, Afshin, you got the champion position. Even though I had just woken up from my sleep, this news had made me completely euphoric, and I couldn't get my sleep for the rest of the night. You could start off. I was the only Keralite representing Saudi Arabia who had received the champion position in this competition. Dear youth leaders, this event finally made me realize the meaning of the proverb. If you think you can, then you win. I want you all to remember that success is not a matter of choice. It's a matter of our own will. W. Clement Stone has rightly said, there is little difference in people, but that little difference can make a big difference. The little difference is attitude. And the big difference is whether it's positive or negative. Thank you.
Our fourth speaker is, thank you, Youth Leader Afshin. Our fourth speaker is Youth Leader Kanwar Tayyab. Youth Leader Kanwar Tayyab is a 13 years old who belongs from Pakistan and have been in Saudi Arabia since 10 years. He is currently studying in 8th grade in Maria's International Indian School, Jubail. He wants to become an army officer when he grows up. May I request His Honorable Zahra Help me welcome Youth Leader Kanwar Tayyab to the podium, please. Speech title: Hard work is the only key to success. Youth Leader Kanwar Tayyab. Youth Leader Kanwar Tayyab. Speech title: Hard work is the only key to success.
Am I audible? Yes. Estee Lauder once said, I never dreamed about success. I worked for it. The wisdom is to realize that success is not final. It isn't an end result. Rather, it's the product of your hard work. Dreaming about it alone does not produce any results unless you put it into the effort. Honorable guests, respected Toastmaster, Youth Leader of the Day, and my fellow youth leaders, a warm good evening to all of you.
Good evening.
In life, we all have dreams and goals. We want to achieve something special, something great in our life. The secret to making those dreams come true is hard work. Hard work is the act of dedicating oneself to achieve a goal through persistence, determination, discipline, and patience. It involves both physical and mental effort. Take an example of garden. If you have planted a seed, you cannot expect flowers to bloom overnight. It takes watering, care, and patience. Hard work is the water and care that make them grow. Similarly, our dreams are like those seeds. Today, all areas in life are full of challenges. There is competition in every field. But without hard work, we cannot move forward. Just look at Bill Gates, Michael Jordan, or Cristiano Ronaldo. Did they become successful in just one day? No, not at all. they all have their stories of their struggles and hard work. Now, I would like to share how I realized that hard work is the only key to achieve success. At the age of 10, I started to memorize the Holy Quran. I took it very light in the beginning, but afterwards, I realized that how fool I was. I faced many difficulties in the beginning because I was not serious at all. Then my parents and teachers advised me, you couldn't be successful unless you will not work hard. Every day, I will used to spend hours and hours to be successful in this great task. My hard work paid back that day when the head of the institution set an example of my hard work for the fellow students. It was the moment I became thankful for the advice of my parents and teachers. Can you imagine being famous without the sense of sight and hearing? Helen Keller acquired a disease as an infant, which led to her losing her senses of sight and hearing. The loss of these two particular sight let her have great difficulty with language. But her hard work and the help of her teacher led to her being a successful author. My fellow youth leaders, there's a well-known proverb, no pain, no gain. The word rest doesn't exist in the dictionary of hard workers because they know very well that success is not given to you in a silver plate. So if you want to fulfill your ambitions, work hard and don't be afraid of failure, because failure is nothing but another opportunity for you to try again. To conclude my speech, I would like to say, the road that lies ahead of us won't be easy. There will be obstacles, wrong exits, and roadblocks. But we will not stop working hard. As Colin Powell truly said, there are no secrets to success. It's the result of preparation, hard work, and learning from failure. So do you all promise me that you all will work hard to achieve your goals? Yes. Thank you for paying attention to me. I hope you all have a euphoric day over to the people.
Thank you, Youth Leader Kanwar. Our fifth speaker is Youth Leader Kanwar Taha. Youth Leader Kanwar Taha is 16 years old and belongs from Pakistan. Currently in grade 11, he is eager about medical field and want to become a doctor in future. Help me welcome Youth Leader Kanwar Taha to the podium, please. May I request this evaluator to acknowledge your presence. Speech title, Value of Time. Youth Leader Kanwar Taha. Youth Leader Kanwar Taha. Speech title, Value of Time.
Miles Davis once said, time is not the main thing, it's the only thing. Honorable guests, respected Toastmasters, and my fellow youth leaders, a warm good evening to all of you.
Good evening.
Most of us will never be able to recognize the value of time. And unfortunately, we don't even know the exact definition of time. When we want to know the time at any particular part of the day, we look at the clock having 3 needles inside, telling us about the hours, minutes, and seconds. But has anyone ever wondered about the importance of 1 second? The importance of 1 second can be understood by keeping in view the human life. The human life is a short journey between birth and death. We only have a limited time on this planet. So each and every second of our life counts. There is a famous quote that time is more valuable than money. You can get more money, but you can never get more time. Moving towards time management, which most of us don't have in our daily life, which is a common thing between us. Taking a recent example from my life, just this week, 2 days ago on Tuesday, I had my physics exam and I was very nervous and stressed. But as soon as I got the question paper, I was relieved because it wasn't that hard. And I started solving it very peacefully, but not for much, no. I was just solving my paper and suddenly the invigilator said, boys, only 1 hour has left. I was shocked to hear that, and immediately I looked at my watch and saw that time was running, and it was a combat between me and time. I increased my writing pace as fast as I could, and I was continuously taking extra sheets so that I could finish my paper. But unfortunately, time won. Because already I had wasted a lot of time and I had to face the consequences. So as a result, I wasn't able to complete my paper. And even after exam, my friends, they just refused to believe me that I wasn't able to complete my exam. I was the one who took the most extra sheets. Well, they will not about on the result day. So, moving towards the real life examples of famous people who understood the importance of time, such as the founder of Amazon, Jeff Bezos, Steve Jobs, and the founder of Microsoft, Bill Gates. These people are just successful because they understood the principle of time management. Apart from that, just have a look in your parents' life. They have to go to work, they have important responsibilities, important tasks, but even after all that, they try to give you their maximum time. When we all were younger, the following thing at least once has occurred in our life, that your father comes back from job after a very tiring day, and then you say, please take me outside, I need something for school tomorrow, it's urgent. And he refuses, but you start crying, and then he take you outside to the market. And this is a prime example for us that how our parents manage their time. In order to manage time perfectly, what do we need? First of all, we need to make a time schedule. We need to make a timetable. Of course, we cannot start following it in one day, but practicing it every day will definitely develop habits in you. And the last and the most important thing, stop being lazy. Stop procrastination. Stop delaying your tasks and avoid distractions. Stop saying, oh, I will do it later, or oh, I will do it tomorrow. Because since childhood, we are listening that tomorrow never comes. And eventually, there will be a point that you will realize that tomorrow never came. Making excuses will result in nothing but regret. Stop making excuses and making your own self fool. Because unless you stop making excuses and making your own self fool, you will never know the importance of time, no matter for how long you live, whether 60 years, 70 years, or 80 years. You will have a lot of experiences and stories to tell at that age, but the only thing you won't be able to tell is importance of time. You will be able to tell about your regrets, but why you will not be able to tell about significance of time? Because one can only teach something to a person if only he has a personal experience about that. Finish saying, I will do it tomorrow from your life. Finish saying, there's a lot of time from your life. Stop prioritizing relaxation over time management and tough tasks. At the end, promise yourselves from today that you all will make a time schedule which you will follow. Number 2, you all will avoid distractions. And number 3, you all will stop being lazy. Do you all promise yourselves from today?
Yes.
Everyone, do you all promise yourselves from today?
Yes.
Thank you so much, everyone, for paying your time attention. Over to you, leader of today.
Thank you, Teacher Parvatama. Our sixth speaker is Youth Leader Harshil Nishad. Youth Leader Harshil Nishad is an energetic person with a positive attitude towards life. May I request his evaluator, Youth Leader Abdul Majid Zubair, to acknowledge his presence. Help me welcome Youth Leader Harshil Nishad to the podium, please.
Hello.
Speech title: Practice makes a man perfect. Youth Leader Harshil Nishad. Youth Leader Harshil Nishad. Speech title: Practice makes a man perfect.
Practice. It will lead you to success. Do you know why I am telling this? No. I will tell you later. Toastmaster uncles, youth leader of the day, and my fellow youth leaders. Good evening to one and all.
Good evening.
Let me tell you an old story of mine. When I entered the podium for the first time in my life in UKG for fancy dress competition, I was dressed up as a Punjabi dancer. I just had to do, oi bale bale, oi shaba shaba. I just had to do that. I thought I would get something, at least some appreciation from my teachers. But when my teacher told my name, I came to the podium, my legs started shivering like something. I am sure if I had went to dancing competition, I would have won first prize. Then my speech was like, hello, my name is Harshil. I am a Punjabi dancer. Thank you. And everyone can guess, I won nothing. I cried and went home. I said to myself that I wouldn't participate in any competition after this and started to hate the podium and never stepped into one. UKG passed, first standard passed, now in second standard. Again, fancy dress competition. But this time it was not me, but my mother and my teacher forced me to participate. And I practiced very hard for that day. And finally it came. I did my very best. And guess what happened? Yes, I won the first prize. Well, I should talk about practice. Practice is an activity which you repeat to improve your skills. Without practice, you cannot improve your mistakes. You practice an activity if you have dedication towards that activity. You cannot master anything without practice.
you practice, the success may delay, but it will surely come to you. Well, I would like to give one more example from my life. This. When I came to third, I was very confident about myself. But that day in third was an unusual day. It was an election day. Everyone was gathered in one room and some other people started to tell, good evening, my name is blah blah blah. My name is blah blah blah. Thank you, vote for me. So I was a bit confused and asked the teacher there, ma'am, what is this going on? The teacher said, this is the election for captain and vice captain. So I was amazed and asked, can I also participate? No, you cannot. When you reach fourth or fifth, you can. So I waited the whole year, wrote my annual exam, got the result, and went to fourth. Fourth, I waited, I practiced 3 to 4 times and told in front of the audience. And guess what? No, I lost. But this time, I was not that sad as when I participated for the first time in UKG, I lost. And the second time I participated, I won. So I didn't care. I said to myself that you can do it next time. And again, waited for the whole year, wrote the annual exam, and when I was going to open the door for fifth, there was someone else. He said me to go back to my home. I was confused. Guess who was it? Yes, it was COVID-19, also known as coronavirus. And because of coronavirus, fifth and sixth, I couldn't participate. Sixth, it was not there. And in seventh, again, I decided to participate and practice 4 to 5 times. And the day came, I participated. And guess what? No, I lost again. But this time, I was very sad. I said I won't eat or drink anything. But after that, I drank 1 Mirinda, full liter, and 2 biryanis. Just leave it, it's another story. And after that, 8. 8 was an amazing year for me. Do you know why? No. First thing was that I was selected for clusters. But I left it. I don't know why. I don't know. The second thing, again elections. I practiced 8 to 9 times a day and I practiced for 3 days. And finally the day came. I did my very best. And guess what?
You won.
No, I lost again. Well, sorry, I won this time. I was very euphoric to be the captain of Topaz. I was like, let's go. But let me tell you one more fun fact about me. That from 3rd to 8th, I was in the same house, which was Topaz. Now, I would like to end my speech by saying practice will let you to success. Practice makes man perfect. Over to you.
Thank you, Teacher Harshil Nishad. Our 7th speaker is Youth Leader Rehan Piroj. Youth Leader Rehan Piroj is an 8th grader who can adjust himself in any conditions. Situation. He likes to travel. May I request his evaluator, Youth Leader Aslaha Suhan Anas, to acknowledge her presence. Help me welcome Youth Leader Rehan Piroj to the podium, please. Importance of sympathy. Youth leader Rehan Pirosh. Youth leader Rehan Pirosh speech title Importance of sympathy.
Imagine a young child who has lost a beloved pet, a loyal companion who provided solace and companionship. What would you do in that moment of grief? Yes, it is sympathy that allows us to listen to his stories and to offer him a shoulder to cry on. Youth leader of the day, respected Toastmasters and my fellow youth leaders. Good evening.
Good evening.
Sympathy helps us to understand and share the feelings of others. It is a compassionate connection which helps us to provide kindness and support to those who are going through difficult times. In a world that often seems disconnected and cold, it is sympathy that restores its warmth, empathy, and love. Even I have performed an act of sympathy in my very young age. When I was 5 years old, a man came to our house and started begging for money. I felt pity for him, so I gave the money which was in my pocket and said to him, if he needed more, he could come back again. Even if it was a small amount of money, it helped that person a lot. Small acts of sympathy can change the person's life. You might have heard about this personality. She is known for her acts of sympathy. Yes, it's Mother Teresa. One of the most profound examples of her works are her works in the slums of Kolkata in India. She experienced unimaginable poverty and despair that plagued the lives of each individual living there. Her sympathy was not limited to those who were just physically suffering. She recognized who were suffering spiritually and emotionally, and so to provide comfort in those realms as well. She once said, loneliness and the feeling of being unwanted is the most terrible poverty. Sympathy is also crucial in building compassionate communities. When we extend sympathy to another person, we create a culture of kindness. It encourages people to show kindness and uplift the suffering ones. Let us not forget what sympathy does during the time of crisis. It was 2018. On my visit to India, I saw that it was raining for a lot of days, until I noticed the water had risen quite high and it was a flood. Many houses near the coastal areas were destroyed. Many people had died. Communities came together to provide food, shelter, and comfort to the affected ones. It is in these moments that sympathy shines brightly, reminding us of our shared humanity and capacity to support each other during times of crisis. In history, we see many inspiring people who embody the essence of sympathy. Take, for instance, Mahatma Gandhi, whose non-violent movement, driven by his deep compassion and sympathy towards the oppressed and marginalized. His compassion galvanized the nation and brought about this social change. Fellow youth leaders, sympathy is the virtue that has the power to transform lives. When we extend our compassion to another, we create a world where everyone feels loved, where everyone feels seen, loved, and understood. So let us embrace sympathy in our lives as it can bring a profound change in our society. Thank you, and over to you.
Thank you, youth leader Rehan Pirosh. Now, may I get the timer's report, please?
For international disqualified. Youth leader Rehan P. Roche, 4 minutes 17 seconds, disqualified.
So all the speakers are qualified except youth leader Rehan Piro. Now, may I request all of you to cast your vote. This brings to an end of our prepared speech segment. May I request our joke master, youth leader Sujan Reddy, to come to the lectern and to share a joke.
Yes. Sujay, act the joke.
Thank you, youth leader of the day, for the nice introduction. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. After marathon speech, you all look so serious. I need to breathe some fresh air to rejuvenate. But without going out of this hall, how to bring fresh air? And without going out, yes, by cracking some jokes. I am Sujan, will be the joke master of the day. Are you all ready? Yes. Why did the kid bring ladder to the school? Because he wanted to go high school. Where do fish sleep? In the river bed. Why did the kid eat their homework? Because it was a piece of cake. How many times you can subtract 10 from 100? Exactly. Why was the cricket stadium very hot? Because all the fans left. Why did gym was closed? Why was the gym closed? Because it didn't work out. What starts from E and ends with E and has one letter in it? Envelope. What is the favorite key of astronaut in the keyboard? Space bar. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did. Thank. Yeah.
It has a bar after. Space bar.
Thanks for the opportunity. Over for the day.
Thank you, youth leader Sujan Reddy, for such nice jokes. Now, may I announce all of you a break for 10 minutes.
Oh God, again.
Bro, we have nothing but pakora. I know, right? I think it's no. Oh, look, it's going live. Hi, guys.
What is this, Afan? Who is this sister? Who is this sister? That is the mom. See, you are being recorded live, very bad.
No. Oh, no, I'm not taking it up.
Shut up. I'm just gonna take as much as my time. The joke was so funny, my bro, the joke was so fun. The joke was so funny that I died up. And I was like, nice dad joke, and he's like, yeah, thank you. I heard.
क्या भाई क्यों वेबसाइट पे बात नहीं कर रहा है?
सट कहाँ हूँ मैं मैथ्स एग्जाम कुछ नहीं पढ़ के गया था लवने लोग वो नेवल बेस लेके गए थे पूरा वक्त उधर ही निकाल दिया
क्या निकाल दिया?
नेवल बेस गए थे हम लोग
क्या?
नेवल बेस
ओके
मेरी टाइम चला गया पढ़ा नहीं कुछ भी
भाई गाय क्यों? You want some food?
हमें लगा ये बेल का है दिमाग चले गए
Sometimes bros wife and what? Dude, do some pakoras. I'm taking photos. Please, bro. Take one more. Please, bro, help me out, bro. Whoa. Okay, just give me a plate. No, don't give yours. Just give me another plate, bro. Okay.
I think 16 Pro Max.
Bro. Give that close, bro.
15 years, bro. 15
Oh, man,
Please.
bro.
iPhone 16 Ultra Pro Max.
How long is going to be? I need to focus. I need to focus.
You better not like it.
I know, right? Not you, yes, one. Because of your mom. You're down.
Bro doesn't have one.
Shit, I didn't focus. Focus, man. Camera, whoa. Why are you eating that, bro? What's the name? Dog shit. Dog shit. I don't know. Hey, give me some good topics. I will give you nothing. Don't take outside of it. I love it. Okay, I love it.
इसमें ये बायो में
Look here, bro. Stop moving. This camera is very sensitive. I can't focus. Oh my lord. No, one more. It didn't focus. Wait. I have one more. Alright, who goes? No pen. No pen. Oh, you didn't show my Nobody else. Bro, give me one, bro. Look, I only can. There you go, bro, I need a coda, bro. I make one too.
No pain, no gain, don't ask me.
Guys, please, what's the issue? What is the issue? What? Okay. What is it? I'm starting this is a part-time job. You know, yeah. I want black chocolates. Don't take the whole, take the 25%. Downside. Oh my god! Say it.
Well, just stand over here and people can see. Just, are you literally crazy? No one's taking it. So, I think that is.
I mean, I don't know if you are. I don't know. I do. What's that? Stop making the noise like Yo, finally we got edible food, guys. Next up 13 year old, 20 looking guy. Yeah, exactly. Shut up. You need to enjoy your life too.
We're live.
Your speed is like rain. Your speed is like rain. When you speak, a lot of speed is coming out. There's an exercise you can do to avoid it. How to avoid contact my amylase. Your ama what?
I celebrate that.
Oh. But what's a slavery?
Celebrate that like the plant that produces saliva, which contains amylase.
Dude, I didn't ask you for a suggestion. That means like.
Maybe you want some. Take some photos.
That is bad. I'm putting this water on the
So gay?
No, bro, letting me slap his belly.
I heard it. Why are you doing this?
Recording it, that's Indian, bro. I'll show you, right? Oh, wait. This is the thing that
This is the thing that. That's a very good.
Yes. Please come back. Come back. It's time to start our next session. Please come back.
Yes, sir. May I get your attention? Oh, the break of 5 minutes.
Oh, yes.
Now let's have our second educational workshop. Our second educational workshop is time management techniques.
Already have too much.
Help me welcome Mr. Yusuf Agankar to the podium, please.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Shall we start? First of all, thank you very much for that introduction, and really heartfelt thanks to Mr. Siddhas Bhai, Sabu Bhai, Manoj Bhai, Roshan sir, and last but not the least, my dear friend Harish, who gave me this opportunity to and introduced me to this beautiful family, I would say, beautiful group, the Periyar Toastmaster Club. Thank you very much. Coming over here, standing on the stage, has really made me extremely euphoric and extremely happy to be with this family called Periyar. So, let me start. This is time, and this is money. Time is more valuable than money. Why? Because money once lost, it can be regained. You can get it back. But time cannot. So time is more valuable than money. Fellow Toastmasters, youth leaders, and distinguished guests, a very warm good evening to all of you. Good evening. The topic of our today's discussion is time management. So what is time management and why is it important? Why is it important? Yes, please. Anybody? To maintain ourselves. Okay. Can you elaborate more on this? Okay. Stay organized. Thank you. Any?
Stay focused.
Stay focused. Thank you. Any complaints you have heard about time management? Are people happy? Happy? Are you managing your time well? Or are there complaints or are there excuses? Anybody? Okay. Let's see. The common complaints, what we hear on and off is, I have no time. I'm extremely busy. I don't have time to study. I don't have time to exercise. Such are the common complaints. In my previous company, one of my colleagues, one of my friends used to tell me, मेरे को सांस लेने की फुर्सत तक नहीं है. I can't even breathe. I don't have time to breathe. And I was like, what? You don't have time to breathe? So these are the lame excuses which we give to ourselves, and inshallah, as we proceed further, we will find the solutions to it. A survey was done in 2022 in UK and USA, and this is the statistics report. They said 1 in 8 people, 12% only, they use a dedicated time management system. 88% of them, they don't have a dedicated time management system. They are not using any particular time management system. 63% of the people, they said, they are constantly bombarded with distractions. They cannot focus. 87% of the people, they said, they spend 2 hours on meetings that are extremely unproductive, useless, unimportant, and as a day, they daydream. Some of us might be doing it here also. If you are not interested, what you do is daydream. 87% of the people. The average daily time spent on social media, it came to about 2 to 3 hours. And in one report it says almost 5 to 6 hours spent on social media as well as television, watching movies, sports channels, news channels, WhatsApp, YouTube, and so on and so forth. A sheer waste of time. Time management is a misnomer. What is a misnomer? A wrong terminology. It's a wrong term being used. Why? Because can you control time? Can you stop time? No. Time keeps on moving, no matter what. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Every second goes by. You can't stop time. You cannot control time. What you can control is the 24 hours what you and me have been given for the day. So time management is actually self-management. Today we will be learning 15 powerful techniques by which you can stop procrastination, putting off, delaying of things, managing your time well, and increasing your productivity. 15 powerful techniques that will help all of us. The first technique, identify the leakage. What is the leakage? Where does your time go? You need to understand where does your time go. So for that, you need to note down your daily activities. Your daily activities and the time you are spending every day. Like sleeping, 7 to 8 hours. Study or work, 7 to 8 hours. Eating, one or 2 hours. You need to note down your daily routine, your schedule. You will be amazed, you will be surprised to find how much time actually you spend on unnecessary, useless, unimportant things. You will be amazed if you do that. Prepare a to-do list. This is your task list.
whatever activities you are going to do for the day, you need to prepare a to-do list, a task list. This task list is actually your roadmap. It's your blueprint. And you need to prepare it the night before. Like I need to prepare tomorrow's task list tonight itself before I sleep. You know why? Because it will give me a relaxed sleep, a peaceful sleep, and the next day when I wake up, I will be fresh, energetic, and I will be having great ideas to complete my job faster and better. Practice the ABCDE method. What is this ABCDE method? Once you have your task list, once you have your to-do list, now you need to organize it. The task list is your blueprint, your foundation on which you have to play around. You need to organize your task list now. How? Arrange them by importance, the urgency, and the consequences. Your A item will be the most important, very urgent, and of serious consequences. Your B item is also important, but not that much urgent and with mild consequences. You can't work on the B item without finishing the A item. A item should always get the priority. This is how you organize your task list. Apply the 80-20 rule. This is the Pareto chart, Pareto pie chart this way, which tells us actually that 25% of the task what we do is actually the high value task, the most important task. And 80% of our tasks every day are of low value, of unimportant things. Most of us, we are actually busy in this low value task, the 80% of it. And then we say, we don't have time to do the 20%, the most important ones. The most important ones are the 20% which give you maximum reward, and it can bring a big difference in your life. Organize your workspace, your work table, your work desk should be organized. It should be neat and clean. Why? Because you will not waste time looking for things, searching for things at the 11th hour. You know, we do that. All of us do that. Looking for things, searching for things. And the cleaner and neater the environment, the cleaner and neater your work desk, you yourself, you will feel fresh, energetic, positive, and productive. Focus on your most important task, which is MIT. The first thing is avoid multitasking. What is multitasking, by the way? Yes? Doing two things. Thank you. Thank you very much. Doing two things. Go ahead. Yes?
Doing multiple things at once.
Excellent. Doing multiple things at once. Thank you very much. I was having lunch the other day with one of my friends, and there was a young gentleman sitting exactly opposite to us on the front table. And I was surprised to see young gentleman, and how he is having his food, I'll tell you. He is on his mobile, and he is having his food. He is on his mobile, and he is having his food. I was looking at him, and then suddenly this chap, this gentleman, we were all scared. What happened to this guy? You know what he's doing? What he's doing? He is multitasking. This is a very dangerous habit. Majority of the students, they cannot focus, they cannot concentrate. Just recently, a mother, a lady, she was telling me that my son, he is a complete mobile addict. I just hid his phone for about 10 minutes and my son started shouting at me, screaming. Gone are the days of brown sugar, cocaine, gone are the days. Now you have something, latest with you, which is mobile addiction. Now what is happening, it's you are suffering. You know why? As someone said in the lecture, practice makes perfect. Yes, practice makes perfect, but if you practice the right things, if you practice focus and concentration, all the time, if you are practicing distractions, you become perfect in that. Yes or no? Yes. So, this is the reason there is lack of focus, lack of concentration, and you don't complete your studies in time. Importance of the power hours. What is power hours? Power hours are that hours of the day where your energy, your power, your productivity, your efficiency is maximum. For me personally, it is morning 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. after my breakfast. In this hour, you need to do the most important task, your challenging task. The challenging subjects, it may be maths for you, it may be science for you, whatever it might be. You need to work on these power hours because at that point of time, your energy is at its peak, your productivity is at its peak. Immediately tick off the task once finished. Now once you finish your task as per the task list, tick it off. The pride and satisfaction you will feel, the happiness you will achieve, it will be, it's beyond words. You will feel that you have achieved something. You will be very happy. You will feel a pride and satisfaction that you have things are under your control. And steady, visible progress, it propels you forward. It will motivate you. Once you complete the task, tick it off. Tick it off your task list. And that will make you happy. That will give you a sense of achievement. Relax to be more productive. Rest is best. Always take some breaks. Now, just we had a break before this session. How did you feel? Refreshed, right? Rejuvenated. Refreshed. So, rest is best. Rest, by the way, it is not a waste of energy. It is not a waste of energy. Why? Because when you rest, when you come back after rest, after the break, you have more energy. You can do much more things in an efficient manner than it was before. Motivate yourself. Talk positively to yourself because unfortunately there is no other person going to motivate you. You have to become your own motivator. You have to be a self-motivator. Unfortunately, there is no one who is going to, pat you up and say, come on. Unfortunately, there is no one. If there would have been, every one of us would have been successful. So we have to become self-motivated. We need to motivate our own selves. What we have to do? I can, I will do it. Can you repeat after me?
I will.
I'll say that and you repeat after. I can. I will. Do it. I can. I will. Do it. I can. I will. Do it. Thank you. Thank you. Teamwork. You need to help each other and do a lot of teamwork together. Now, how does it apply to you? By group study. You as students, you can do group study, and we used to do it, by the way, when we were students. Boys, they can form a group of 4 or 5 boys. They can prepare their own groups. Girls can prepare their own groups. 4 or 5 girls coming together. How it will benefit you? How? Your weakness may be his strength. For example, let's say I'm weak in maths. I can come to you and you can help me in maths. Maybe you are weak in science and I'm a science lover. I'm an expert in that. I can help you in that. So group study is very, very essential, and it will save you a lot of time and effort. Instead of just scratching your own head, do brainstorming. You know what is brainstorming? Group study. Use your brains. So group study helps a lot. Use travel and waiting time. And we have come across, this experience every now and then, especially when we go to the hospitals and we are waiting for our names to be called. Many of us I have seen, they are doing nothing, they are wasting time. During traveling, during cooking, you can use some audiobooks, use your headphones. In the hospitals, when you are waiting for your number to be called, take your books with you. You can read something, you can study something. If it is not possible, use headphones, use audiobooks, but don't waste that time. The do it now attitude. What is it? Develop a sense of urgency. Tell yourself, it is important, it is urgent. You don't need anyone else, your teacher or your parents, to say that. Do you need? No. You are grown up, mashallah. You can think for your own self. You don't need a parent to push you every now and then. You don't need teachers to push you. Am I right or wrong? Yes. So develop a sense of urgency. Build pressure on yourself. Do it now. Do it now. Tell yourself. When you feel lazy, when you feel lethargic and lazy, repeat to yourself, back to work, back to work. You will be amazed, you will be surprised how much more you have accomplished. Your productivity will skyrocket, I can assure you. Time lost can never be regained. Imagine a person, he credits to your account every day $86,400 per day. But there is a precondition to it. What is the precondition? You need to utilize it. You need to utilize the dollars on that day itself. You can't accumulate. You can't carry forward. You need to use it that day itself. Use it or lose it. Use it. So what would you do? Use it, right? You will utilize every cent of it, every penny, every dollar. Am I right? Yes. There is no carry forward. This is the analogy for time. Every day we are being credited with 86,400 seconds. Every day. And every second is valuable. You have something to say? You have something to say? Okay. Every day, we are credited with 86,400 seconds, and each and every second is valuable. Use it or lose it. Thank you. Knowledge is power. I think all of us, we have heard that, right? Yes. Sorry to say, but that's incorrect. Knowledge is information. It's just information. It becomes your power, knowledge becomes your power when you actually implement it, when you put it into action. Otherwise, it is just information. Knowledge is just information. Like now, whatever we have discussed out of all this, the presentation slides, if you don't implement it, if you don't put it into action, it is just a piece of information. Am I right or wrong?
Yes.
That piece of information becomes your power when you apply it, when you implement it, when you put it into action. That now it becomes your personal property. You can share everything. Go back home and share it with your parents, with your relatives, with your friends. So knowledge becomes power only and only if you apply it. I guarantee you that if you apply all these principles what we talked about, or even one of them, it will tremendously improve and magically transform your life. I guarantee you. Even if you apply one technique, it will tremendously improve and magically transform your life. So my request to you is implement it for the next 7 days and see for yourself. I would like to end this workshop with a very beautiful reminder which my father used to give me when I was a child. And he used to tell, by the way, I've lost my parents. If you have parents, love them, respect them, obey them. My father used to tell me, your time is your life. You waste your time, you waste your life, the choice is yours. Thank you, and over to you.
Here talks about his Raj's family. Yes. Now please come to the seat. So, dear youth leaders, how was the workshop? Fantastic. Please give a thumbs up. So this is a token of appreciation and it's a gift. This is a gift. It's a love of Periyar, the Periyar family. So I would like to call Madam to give the gift.
Thank you very much for calling me here. And congratulations, all the students. All the best for your future. This is the best stage for you. Have a good practice here and be successful in your life.
Mr. Yusuf Ahmad with such an encouraging performance. Now, let us start the segment. Now, let us start the third segment of the meeting. The table topic segment. To conduct this most exciting segment, we have an exciting personality. TT Master leader Manushree Prema. Youth leader Manushree Prema is studying in 8th grade. Her hobby is to do coloring. Her ambition is to be an entrepreneur. Please help me welcome youth leader Manushree Prema to conduct this event.
Good morning, youth leaders and my dear friends. Table topic was the important event youth leaders meeting. It improves your leader speaking skill, improve your speaking skill. Today we have our talented youth leader to deliver that table topic. Let's start. You are all ready? Yes. Youth speaker from first table topic. Title, help me welcome youth leader Ujit Reddy. Your table topic is, what is your favorite subject? Why? I'm repeating again. What's your favorite subject? Why? You just ready.
Yes, my favorite subject is maths because my mother is a maths teacher. I got centered in maths always because of my mother's effort and guidance. I always compete this subject with my friends because I like to solve math sums. And my friends always ask doubt from me. And there's a new name for me in my class. Guess what? Maths topper.
Thank you. Thank you, youth leader Ujit. Very wonderful speech. Let's give him 100 round. Our next table topic speaker is youth leader Insta Hafi. Insta Hafi. Your table topic is, what is your favorite sports? Why? I repeat it again. What is your favorite sports? Why?
Table topic master, fellow youth leaders.
Toastmasters, distinguished guests, and parents. A very euphoric evening to one and all. I'm talking about my favorite sport. First, I'd like to begin with the basic facts about me that everyone knows. I'm very lazy. I legit don't move from my place if I sit there. Like, extremely lazy, extremely procrastinating. So, all my hobbies revolve around sitting in one place, reading, drawing, sketching, crocheting. I just sit there all day. So, sports has never been, I've never been that good in sports. But my dad is very obsessed with badminton. So he made me go to a badminton training place. I got coaching for badminton, so I'm pretty good at it and fine at it. So basically, it's my favorite sport. I'd like to conclude by saying my favorite sport is badminton. Thank you.
Thank you, wonderful news leader. You have this wonderful speech. Please let give round of applause. News leaders. Next table topic. News leaders. Roshni Vijay Kumar. Roshni Vijay Kumar. Topic is, what is your favorite transport? Why? I'm repeating again. What is your favorite transport? Why?
Dear Toastmasters, distinguished guests, fellow youth leaders, and youth leader of the day, a warm good evening to one and all. My favorite transport is aeroplane because we can travel to many places like many places to like California, New York, etc. And I like aeroplane, but the fact is that I get really panicked when the plane takes off. I get the fear that I am going to achieve something and I'm going to go somewhere. And I am a bit sad that whenever I go to a plane, my father always takes me to Indigo, the airplane. And the sad thing about it is that there is no TV, no entertainment, and the food is so bad. They don't provide very good. So, and I don't like to go to Indigo plane especially. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you, youth leader Roshni Vijay Kumar. A very wonderful way. Let you wonderful answer. Our next table topic is Aaron Joe Nithin. Your table topic is, what is your favorite food? Why? I am repeating again. What is your favorite food?
Good evening to all. My name is Aaron. So my favorite food is biryani. That is one of my favorite food. I have many other favorite foods. Biryani is my favorite food because my favorite food is mutton biryani. Not this biryani. I don't like chicken biryani that much. I like the masala of the biryani, and if the mutton is too soft, then I love it. Like true mutton biryani. Especially the first time I ate biryani was in first standard. Before also I ate biryani, but I never liked it that much before first standard. And my second favorite food is pizza. Pepperoni pizza. I like its cheese flavor and beef pepperoni very much. That's it.
Aaron, you listen. For wonderful speech, let have given next table topic is Muhammad Ali Abdullah. Your topic is favorite day. Why? I repeating again. What is your favorite day? Why?
Day.
Okay.
Respected Toastmasters, parents, guests, and my dear friends. My name is Muhammad Khalid Abdullah, and I got the topic of what is my favorite day. I call it as Friday, the biryani day. Exactly. Biryani day. Who ate biryani today? Raise your hand.
It's for air test.
Oh, okay, come on. Okay, Thursday. Yeah. So, biryani, one thing I love, Mamma Mia. Friday, my mom, it is the morning, 7 o'clock. Beta, utho! Namaz ke liye jana hai. And time? 7 o'clock. Let me sleep for some time. It's Friday, weekend. I can't sleep that much time. My mom is like, chappal aayega. Chappal ya thanda pani. That's if I don't wake up, okay? So, on Friday, my father sleeps because he doesn't get much time, okay? And Friday, parents, they have to work duty. My father has. Everyone father has duty, yeah? Yeah, exactly. So, he lays in the bed, I'm like, Papa, please चलो कहीं बाहर एक दिन मिलता है उसमें भी नहीं जाने उसमें भी नहीं जाने दे तो I'm like begging my father in my knee, and he's like, at last, 8 o'clock, let's go. Where? I said, where? To park. Park is the only thing which my father loves. You know why? He would just sit around and play and stay. So that's all from my side. Thank you.
It is wonderful speech. Our next table topic is Green Alim Khan.
Mahmoud.
What is your favorite holiday place? What's your favorite holiday place?
Toastmasters, a very warm good evening to one and all. It was a very beautiful for your session. Built up for the evaluation session. The evaluation session is a very unique and important session in the Toastmasters educational program. We talk about many people and do many things in our personal and professional lives. But very often we get instant feedback from the people who we care. In youth leadership program, we got an experienced youth leader who gave a very wonderful feedback to motivate the speakers and explain the area of the strength which we can capitalize in and further and the areas which need some extra attention. For evaluating the prepared and TT speeches, I have a very strong team of effective evaluators tonight. To evaluate our first speech, we have a girl who is studying 7th grade. She likes to play chess, listen to music, and read many books. Please help me welcome Joshni Vijay Kumar to evaluate our first speaker for Youth Leader Sita.
Don't demand perfection, but insist on continuous improvement. Good evening to all.
Good evening.
Today, I am going to evaluate a youth leader, Siddharth Manoj. It was an aesthetic and eloquent speech. It was very well crafted and the topic was really catchy. Time management, the art of juggling. He used the podium effectively. But you, me, nobody is perfect. Everything can be improved. You could have sprinkled a little more humor. You could have added more life examples. You could have used the wonderful word of the day, euphoria. Overall, the speech was wonderful, but if you add these things to your speech, it could get better. Thank you.
Thank you, Youth Leader Joshni Vijay Kumar, for your evaluation. To evaluate our second speech, we have an athletic boy who studies in 8th grade. His favorite hobbies are playing football and playing Minecraft, which is my favorite hobby too. Please help me welcome Alan Joe Nitin to evaluate our second speaker, Youth Leader Ramira Fatima.
Good evening to all.
Good evening.
I will be evaluating our second speaker, Youth Leader Periyar Fatima. Starting with the pros of the speech, I liked your topic, that is, unleashing your inner potential, and the way you conveyed your speech was very good. You started by greeting the audience in a very good manner. You said about how you got confidence and sent with a great example, that is, how your sister won first place in running and went to nationals. You said that everyone should believe in themselves to become successful in life. Going on to the room for improvement. You could have added a little humor to your speech. You could have added the word of the day in your speech, and you lagged a little bit in your speech. Overall, your speech was wonderful. Thank you.
thank Jonathan for that wonderful evaluation. To evaluate a church speaker, we have a to-be doctor who loves playing football. Please help me welcome youth leader Khalid. To evaluate youth leader Akin Shah.
Once a great girl, today a great girl named Afshin Shah said, I can do it. Respected Toastmasters, parents, and my dear friends. My name is Muhammad Khalid Abdullah, and I'm today going to evaluate Afshin Shah. Is it correct? Yes, sir. Oh, okay. I can do it, and I will do it. Isn't it? Isn't it correct? Very good line. She was very confident. Okay? She was very confident with hand gestures and with a good vocal variety. And kind of funny also. You played your role as your mom and you very good. You also used the word of the day. Is that? And by the way, your mother was very euphoric when Afshin, means you, won the championship competition.
Thank you, youth leader Khalid, for that wonderful evaluation. To evaluate our fourth speech, we have a girl studying in 6th grade who loves drawing, skating, and wants to be a pediatrician. Please help me welcome youth leader Zahura Mahir to evaluate Kanwar Tayyab.
Here we are today witnessing dynamic style and specific style of my target, youth leader Kanwar Tayyab. Fellow youth leaders, Toastmasters, and distinguished guests, a very warm good evening to all.
Good evening.
First, before I start my evaluation, I just want to acknowledge my target. I had a lovely time today listening to his leadership skills. Style because the objective of the project was specially just to explain his story. It seems like you were completely indulged in it. The most important impressive part of your speech was your body language. His body language brought his story to life in the session. His title, hard work is only the key of success, was very good. The speech was well crafted also. He told about hard working, which is very important thing in everything of our life. He talked about Helen Keller and told she was blind but worked hard and became a famous author. It was very humorous. The conclusion was also perfect. I'm so glad that you used the word of the day in such a way, and I'm so glad about it. The speech was very good, but if you have did a little more eye contact, it would be much better. Other than that, it was very good. Thank you.
Thank you, youth leader Zahura Mahir, for that wonderful evaluation. To evaluate our fifth speech, we have Rosaina Vian to evaluate youth leader Kanwar Taha.
Tick tock. Value of time. Dear general evaluator, fellow youth leaders, a warm good evening to one and all. Today, I'll be evaluating youth leader Kanwar Taha. First of all, I want you to give him a thunderous round of applause for delivering an astonishing speech. A man who dares to waste an hour of time has not discovered the value of life. Your speech grabbed my attention. You maintained a firm eye contact and used body language
language to express your emotions. Youth leader Kanwar Taha, do you want to take your speech to a next level? Yes. I personally think you could work on your voice modulation a bit more. Could have added a bit humor, but other than that, your speech was excellent. You were confident throughout. You had structured your speech very well and interacted with the audience. Overall, your speech was absolutely amazing. Looking forward to hear more speeches from you. Thank you.
Thank you, Youth Leader Rosai Mambiam, for that wonderful evaluation. To evaluate our sixth speech, we have a boy who's studying in 8th grade, who's from Hyderabad and has a very good sense of humor. He loves nature. Please help me welcome Youth Leader Mujib.
Practice makes a man perfect. That quote gave me goosebumps, man. Yes, never heard of it? A pleasant good evening to you all. Today, I am in a state of euphoria to evaluate the speech of youth leader Harshil Vishal. And yes, Harshil, you have done a very great job, and I am very thankful for you to be my evaluator. I am thankful. The opening was robust. You started with practice makes a man perfect. That gave me tears. The body of the speech was fantastic as you talked about that you took the first step in the podium and you only said I'm the Punjabi guy. Thank you. And at that time you felt giving up, but then you got the chance in the second grade for the fancy dress competition and you won the first prize. And the conclusion was impactful. The body language and voice modulation was perfect. The message was delightful and heartwarming. Well, we know that learning is a never-ending process. Yes? So, I'll give you some recommendation. First of all, the voice modulation. Like when you were losing and you thought of giving up, you would have a little bit lower your voice. Yeah, a little bit more. And then hand gestures. Overall, kudos to your preparation. It was a wonderful speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Mujib. Thank you, Youth Leader Mujib, for that wonderful evaluation. To evaluate our seventh speech, we have a girl who's very active in this program. Please help me welcome Youth Leader Aslaha. To evaluate Youth Leader Happy Rose.
Respected Toastmasters, before you leaders and dear guests, a warm good evening to you all. Today I'm going to be evaluating Rehan B. Roche's speech. Firstly, I loved your speech title, What Importance of Sympathy. You used hand gestures to express ideas. You started very confidently, and your voice modulation was really good. You gave the example of Mother Teresa and Mahatma Gandhi. And your body language was also really good. Your speech was very well crafted and good. But there's always room for improvement. So here are a few suggestions for you. I think that you could have added a bit more humor in your speech. Also, you could have used the stage more. Also, you could have used the word of the day. Overall, your speech was excellent and interesting. If you could use these suggestions, I'm sure that your speech would have been perfect. Thank you. Over to Jessica.
Thank you, Youth Leader Aslaha, for that wonderful evaluation. Now, let's move to the TT evaluation. To evaluate our TT speakers, we have a We have a boy who's studying in 8th grade. Help me welcome youth leader Johan Shilu. Okay, Johan Shilu is absent. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Shiva sir to evaluate the TT speakers.
General evaluator, euphoric youth leaders, and my dear talented and topic speakers and guests. Good evening. Good evening. First, youth leader, Manishri, you did a wonderful job for selecting a simple subject but very powerful. Thank you so much. Let me move on to evaluation first. Youth leader, Sujan Reddy. Favorite subject. You started with very nicely and you connected your marks subject amazingly well. But only recommendation is that you can elaborate a little more the subject, that could be much better. Moving on, youth leader Sida Asif. Sports started very nice manner and good smile. I could notice that you used the word of the day. Very nice. And only recommendation is that initially you decide yourself. Please stick on the subject because the question was what is your favorite sports. You stick on the subject, that would be much better. Other than that, I like it very well. Moving on, youth leader Joshni Vijay Kumar. Transfer started confidently well. Nice voice, good smile, only recommendation as usual, stick on the subject and conclusion would be bit more better, that's all. Then youth leader Aaron Jodidin, favorite food, good start, went on the subject very nicely, but I think you need to stick on because you talk about 2-3 food, something like that, always, and no need to repeat the subject again because our table topic master already explained the subject because you have only 1 minute. Straight away go, went on the subject and spoke well. Very nice, no problem. Then next youth leader Muhammad Khalifa, right? Muhammad Khalifa. Mahmoud. Muhammad, fifth speaker is youth leader Muhammad Khalifa, right? Okay. Sorry for that. We senior Toastmasters are also making the mistake and you are pointed out, it is very nice. So, you started the subject very well, but same, you started your name, no need to repeat the subject, simply straight away goes to the subject. Then, youth leader Muhammad Khalid. Yes. Favorite day. You started very nicely and you sprinkled some humor because always humor some connectivity with the audience. Very nice. But again, you repeated the subject and no need to name yourself because already table topic master introduced it. Other than that, it was very wonderful. Then, youth leader Mahmoud Ali Khan. Holiday press. Started as usual very confidently. Connected your family, that is you always want to go to your grandmother house. Very nice and it was a touching thing. But always you stick on the subject. Other than that, I loved all the table topic speakers and I could see the improvement. That is what we need. That's all from my evaluations. Mr. Coordinator, I want to convey 2-3 messages. Yeah, sure. I have a chance. Because whenever any speaker on the podium, you understand that they have only 1 minute. No way, you don't ask any question to the table topic. It is not your way. Because table topic speaker is always talking her or his topic in their own way. One more, sorry. I miss you reader Sultan Ahmad. Sultan, nothing to say, perfect voice, fantastic opening, straight away you went on the subject, good smile, and you concluded with a powerful quote. Only recommendation because your bass voice was very nice. If you incorporate some voice modulations, it will be amazing. That's all. Thank you so much. As said, actually, I want to make some general recommendations because first I told you no need to introduce yourself. Because with this combination, it will be a negative image. Because you have only 1 minute, you need to connect your subject, body, convey everything. And no need to explain your name or something like that. And other thing that whenever the table topic speaker or any evaluator on the podium, it is your proficiency or your smartness. You don't have any option to ask questions to them. Whatever they say, it is their opinion and their suggestion. You need to listen to them carefully. Having said, and I think last session, our coordinators have said you have to choose the right candidate. I think from this session, we all firmly believe that you selected the right candidate rather than yourselves. Am I right? So this is the things we all learning day by day, and I could see some amazing improvement. But I think that you all have some exam, something like that. So preparation was little bit less, but prepare very well. Okay. So dear fellow youth, dear youth leaders, there is a saying: we cannot build future for our youth leaders, but we can build our youth leaders for the future. This is what exactly Periyar is doing always. Thank you. Over to Mr. Jamal.
Now, to evaluate the second set of TT speakers, we have a boy who is studying in 9th grade, who likes to play football and likes watching football matches and space documentary. Please help me welcome Mohammed Shadi.
Special Toastmasters, youth leaders, and distinguished guests. A very warm good evening to all of you.
Good evening.
What a euphoric table conversation between us. Let's give a big round of applause to all of you. Now it's my time to value. To validate our first speaker, youth leader Zuhura Mahdi. The title of the speech was "If you got it, what would you do?" There was definitely humor in your speech, I believe. Points to improve, voice modulation was The second speaker was Usaima Bia. Good points. There was one thing that I liked. I have to agree. Cookies and cream are the classic. Points to improve. You could have taken some time to think on the topic. You lagged on the middle, but it's fine. We all learn. A third speaker, Abdul Mujib Zubail. Humor in speech like always. And you were stiff to your point and you were clear to it. Improving points, you could have moved around the podium a bit. It's your podium. A fourth speaker, youth leader Aslaha Suhan. Appreciable points are a very well message said in your speech. Honesty is a really good thing to have in your life. Improve points, like always, move around the podium. Other than that, the speech was beautiful. The fifth speaker, youth leader Muhammad Afan Zain. A good point said on not misusing your power. Like the saying goes, with great power comes great responsibility. Points to improve, you could have moved around the podium a bit, and hand gestures were lacking, but it's fine. The last speaker was youth leader Rohan Pirosh. Appreciable points are a very good message said in your speech. Points to improve, you could have used the podium a bit more, like everyone says. But other than that, everyone's speech was really marvelous. Please give a big round of applause to all these speakers. Thank you.
Now, may I get the timer's report, please?
Leader Joshua Vijaykumar, 1 minute 7 seconds qualified. Youth leader Arenzo Nitin, 56 seconds disqualified. Youth leader Mohammed Khalid, 1 minute 19 seconds qualified. Youth leader Zabura Mahdi, 1 minute 31 seconds qualified. Youth leader Rozaima Miyam, 1 minute 15 seconds qualified. Youth leader Abdul Mujib Zubair, 1 minute 42 seconds qualified. Youth leader Aslaha Suhan Anas, 1 minute 10 seconds qualified. Toastmasters Siddharth Ankur, 3 minutes 20 seconds. Youth leader Mohammed Shalin, 2 minutes 30 seconds.
I request all of you, including the guests, if any, to cast your vote. Okay, excluding the guests.
No, that's only you, please.
In the meantime, I invite the board master and the grammarian to come to the lectern and give his report, please.
Student of the day, fellow youth leaders, Toastmasters, distinguished guests and parents, I wish you all a very euphoric evening. Speakers who use the word of the day, half the people did. Youth leader Humera, youth leader Afshin, youth leader Kanwar Tayyab, youth leader Hashim Nishad, youth leader Hussein PM, youth leader Astaha Saman, youth leader Ahmed, youth leader Joshni Vijay Kumar, youth leader Khalid, youth leader Abdul Majid, and youth leader Muhammad Shahid. Creative use of language, youth leader Afshin Shah said success is not a matter of chance, it's a matter of choice. A very interesting statement. List of cliches, no offense meant to anyone. Time won't wait for you, youth leader Siddharth, and no pain, no gain. Now for the grammar mistakes, these are all very minor grammatical errors. Youth leader Siddharth said did not knew, it's no. Youth leader Kanwar Tayyab said garden, it's a garden. And we said led to her, it's led her. We said that twice. Either Kanwar Taha said once has occurred, it's a wrong sentence. Hashim Nishad said in a podium, it's on a podium. And Leader Ahmed and Leader Joshni Vijay Kumar pronounced euphoria wrong. Thank you.
I request a counter to give the report.
The meeting was so euphoric that I couldn't find any major mistakes. But there are some minor mistakes. But it's okay because we all can improve at some point. So let's start with the prepared speeches. Siddharth, youth leader Siddharth Manoj, 0 hours, 0 pause, 1 unnecessary words, 0 repetition. Youth leader Humera Fatima, 2 repetition, 3 pause, 4 unnecessary words, 0 hours. Youth leader Kanwar Tayyab, 0 hours, 3 unnecessary words, 3 word repetition, 2 pauses. Youth leader Kanwar Taha, 6 hours, 4 unnecessary words, 3 word repetitions, and 2 pauses. Youth leader Harshit Nishad, 3 hours, 3 unnecessary words, 2 word repetitions, 0 pauses. Youth leader Rehan Firoz, 2 hours, 3 unnecessary words, 1 word repetition, 2 pauses. Let's come to the TT session. Youth leader Joshni Vijay Kumar, 1 unnecessary word, 1 word repetition, 0 pause. Youth leader Aaron Joe, 4 hours, 2 unnecessary words, 1 word repetition, 0 pauses. Youth leader Khalid Abdullah, 0 hours, 1 unnecessary word, 0 word repetition, 0 pause. Youth leader Muhammad Ali Khan, 1 hours, 1 unnecessary word, 0 word repetition, 1 pause. Youth leader Sultan, 0 0 hours, 0 unnecessary words, 0 pauses, 0 word repetition. Youth leader Zahra Mehreen, 0 hours, 2 unnecessary words, 2 unnecessary words, 0 word repetition, 0 pauses. Youth leader Rosaima Bian, 0 hours, 1 unnecessary word, 2 word repetitions, 1 pauses, 1 pause. Youth leader Zubair, 0 hour, 3 unnecessary words, 1 word repetition, 0 pauses. Youth leader Aslaha Suhan, 1 hour, 3 hour, 1 unnecessary word, 0 word repetition, 0 pauses. Youth leader Muhammad Afan Zain, 2 hours, 1 pause, 4 unnecessary words, 0 word repetition. Youth leader Iman Pirosh, 1 hour, 2 unnecessary words, 0 pauses, 0 word repetition. Thank you.
Thank you, youth leader Afan, for giving us the report. Everyone, please give all these evaluators a big round of applause for their excellent performance. Now, it's my turn to evaluate the overall proceedings of this meeting. The good points are, everyone is within the dress code. The meeting was started exactly on time. It was a very euphoric session. Few recommendations are, which I myself have taken to, the little chit-chats that are going on the back, which really, disturb us. Thank you, Mr. Vice President, for giving me this opportunity. Over to you, youth leader of the day.
What a constructive and encouraging evaluation segment, right? Please give a huge round of applause to our general evaluation. Now, I request our vote counter, youth leader Janaki Arun, to come to the lectern and announce today's results. I also request our presiding officer and YLP coordinator, Toastmaster Sabu, please to come to the podium.
Please.
Third place for best DT speaker goes to youth leader Rohan P. Roche. Second place, best TT speakers goes to youth leader Abdul Mujib Zubair. First place for best TT goes to youth leader Sultan Utmat Al. Third place for best speaker goes to youth leader Kanwar Tahan.
Siddharth, from the beginning onwards you are talking. So next time you are talking, I will send you out. 100 times I have given warning. If you are not interested, go out.
Third place for best speaker goes to youth leader Harshal Nisar. Second place for best speaker goes to youth leader Kanwar Tayyab. First place for best speaker it goes to youth leader Afshin Shah. Third place for best evaluator goes to youth leader Abdul Mujib. Second place for best evaluator goes to youth leader Rosaima. First place for best evaluator goes to youth leader Asla Suhan. First place, best evaluator goes to youth leader Zahuda Mehdi.
Congratulations to all the winners, all the speakers, and my dear assignees. Dear youth leaders, it has been a real pleasure and privilege to be your youth leader of the day. I would like to thank all assignees and all the good hearts which guided me and our team to wisely build up this meeting. My special thanks to our presiding officer, Youth Leader Sultan Khan Ahmed and Vice President Education Youth Leader Abdul Majid Zubair for this opportunity. And over to you, Presiding Officer.
Hello, youth leaders. How was the meeting today? Everybody likes it? Yes. But I am not. Because most of them are cross talking. The beginning onwards I told no. Don't talk. If you are on the stage, what is your feeling? What will be your feeling? So you are talking there and saying that disappointing. You just think about it. If you are on the stage and you people are talking there. So this is not our system. If you are not interested, you can do. I don't want big number. I need those who are having a 100% interest and need to grow together. If you want, come here. You have enough time to talk. You need to talk, I know. That's why we are giving the break. So your talking is too much disturbing there. Speak is here. From back side we can hear the sound. That's why I came here in the front. Still, you people are continuing. That's not a good attitude. So you got already the workshop about the attitude. So why we are giving the workshop? You have to follow. You have to implement it, that is in your life. Otherwise there is no use. So I would like to call our DTM Periyar Jubail on the stage. I will give you 10 minutes. He wants to say something about something to you.
Yes, give me 10 minutes. I will not take a second more. Right? I have to ask you something. Yes, I don't think I will be getting more chances to interact with you. Because I will be moving to the mom. I am. So, okay, let's park it aside. Last meeting when I came in front of you, I have told you about something. Do you remember what was said? What was that? Delayed gratification, that's fine, okay? Delayed gratification. If you find something immediately attracting you and distracting yourself from your long-term goal, then don't succumb to the temptation. Okay, that's a surefire way to get your head. Today we have to discuss something else, but that's also very, very important. What is more important, talent or aptitude? Or attitude? Attitude is more important, okay? Let's minus why. Why is attitude more important? Imagine two students, okay? One has got high aptitude, doesn't need to do any work, need not pay attention, can afford to engage in chit-chat in the class, but will always score 110% exams. And another student has to pay attention, work hard to score good enough marks. So the first student has got aptitude, second student has got attitude. Which is better? Why? Okay, you got it. Alright. Right, okay. There is one thing. Imagine the person with a high aptitude. In case that person does not have the right attitude, what will happen? Do you know who is the person who has got the highest intelligence quotient in the world? No. No. The person who has taken official IQ test and scored the highest, his name is Christopher Langen, and for most of his life, he was working as a bar bouncer. He's a bouncer. He was a security person in a bar. He got the highest aptitude, highest intelligence quotient. Any question you ask? Anything he can memorize very easily, but he didn't progress far. But there are others who didn't have that kind of intelligence, but they had the right discipline. They had the aptitude, they have scaled much higher than that. And those people, think of the people who are at the highest levels in business, those people will not have highest levels of IQ. What they have is the right attitude. And for that reason, it is always said, attitude is more important than aptitude. And the problem with aptitude, you have to keep in mind. The people with highest levels of aptitude, the biggest issue seen with them, do you know what it is? You know? They cannot face failure. Aptitude will take them far. Exam after exam, hurdle after hurdle, they will cross, and there will a point come, if they have to reach anywhere meaningful, where their aptitude will be just enough to others around, and they will not feel anything extraordinary, and they will inevitably fail, and they cannot recover from failure. And then the biggest issue, have you heard of students who commit suicide because they scored less marks? What is the issue there? Attitude or aptitude? It is an issue of aptitude. Okay, so you have to face failures and overcome. That is the essential skill, essential part of the right attitude. What is in it? What is the secret behind it? How can you develop the right attitude? Right attitude. What is the technique to develop the right attitude? Practice. Practice is there, but there is something slightly more subtler, deeper. You all agree, you all know that attitude is the most important thing. But how can you all develop and cultivate the right attitude as your habit, as your second nature? See, when you meet with a disappointment or failure, you can think about it in two ways. First way, you can think, I failed because I am bad. I will not be amount to, I am not good enough, I will amount to nothing. You can think that way. And that is called shame. And people who think those way are the exact same people who commit suicide because when they get low marks in exams. Okay? On the other hand, there is another way. When you meet with failure, you can think that I failed because I did something wrong. Those who think like that, they are stricken with guilt. Guilt is supposed to be most transformative feeling. Emperor Ashoka is said to be a great emperor. Why?
Because he gave a war after conquest.
He was stricken with guilt and he transformed, isn't it? Yes. At that time, at that war, he felt that it is because I am so bad, that's why this big war happened, and I am a culprit and I deserve nothing less than the ultimate punishment, and he killed himself. Would he have become great? No. So this is the secret of the right attitude. Whenever you meet with failure, you should never ever think, I failed because I am bad. No person is bad. No child is bad. Every individual has got certain qualities.
Never ever you think, even if you get very low marks, don't think you are bad. Instead, what you should think. And I will try. Okay? So what is the secret of the right attitude?
Never think you're bad, think that I did something wrong.
Good, think, okay. Think positive, right? Be optimistic. Now, there are two things. Somebody else might tell you, even if you think that I am not bad, I did something right. Somebody else might tell you, you are bad. It is because you are bad you failed. And that person may be your parent, your teacher, or your boss, or somebody. What will you do at that time?
Other people's opinion, if they're trying to discourage you, don't listen.
They have all the right to correct you. They have all the right to tell you what is the thing that you have done wrong. But if anybody tells you that you are inherently a bad person, never ever believe them. Yes, they are passing a judgment about how you are going up to be. They are predicting the future of a person. There is no person in the world capable of predicting the future. If there is anybody like that who is capable of predicting the future, that person will never ever be anywhere in an ordinary position. They can easily make $1 million or $1 billion in the stock market in just an instant. They know exactly what is going to happen next. So never believe, even if anybody at whichever high position, if they tell you that you are bad, think that they are themselves. Those who are telling us, they are the idiot people. Yes, they don't know what stupidity they are speaking about. Don't try to engage in an argument and correct them. Okay? But keep in your mind the deepest truth, that you are good, and if you attempt to correct, you will improve. Another issue. You may attempt to improve a lot, but still you may fail. At that time, what will you do? Seek help, okay? Seek help. This is very, very important. Never ever hesitate to ask someone, get their advice, seek their support. Because there are many areas where our knowledge will be limited. And without the support of someone who is better than, who knows better, we may not be able to progress. So don't make the mistake, don't ever think that I will figure it all out by myself. That will not take you far. Make your attempt, and if you find that it's not going to work out, if it is not working out, seek support from others. Don't hesitate for that. Okay? My time has exceeded by 12 seconds. Oh, back to you.
Thank you, So now the time is already overshooted. So, but I need to give 2 gifts for some of the youth leaders here. So, our president is here, please be here. So, I will call. The first one is just do it. Who is that? Rohan or Rayhan? Rohan, please come on the stage. Get the gift from your president. Then one more. One more. Because today I am not that much happy. But even though there is a one youth leader who was silent, listened carefully, and he was the very active youth leader today's meeting. I would very happy to call youth leader Muhammad Salih. Over to you, Mr. President.
Respected Toastmasters, fellow youth leaders, and esteemed guests. How was the speeches?
Wonderful.
What about the boys?
Amazing.
I need some energetic, amazing.
Unforgettable.
Unforgettable. Well, what about the girls?
Wonderful.
Fantastic.
I'm hearing some echo from this side.
Euphoric.
Okay. So, I would like to emphasize the activity of speech, the business speech just happened before. If you remember in the second meeting, I was there and I got the highest stupidity score, which was standing for 11 R's, 6 stoppings, and 2 word repetitions. And by this time, fifth meeting, I got all of them 0. Can you imagine? Wait, I'm not sure I can hold your closest. This point likes to emphasize that me joining the Periyar Youth Leader Club is a transforming point. So please, thank you being here. Clap for yourselves, everyone. By this point, I would like to end the meeting, and the meeting is ended. Before that, I would like to invite everyone for the group call. I'm sorry for what just happened.
Yeah. Smile, please. Smile, please. Look into the camera. Yeah. Yes. Smile. Smile. Now, whatever pose you want to take. Yeah. Yeah. Whatever. Take the poses. Yeah. Okay. Parents also, please come. Let's start a photo. Yeah. Oh, cheese.
Just take the food first. Guys, better take the food first. This sun again.
Oh, let's go there. Come outside. Table is there.
Stop. I need some cards. Your brother is saying that minimap has a good What complaint to your parents?
I'm not saying much.
Why did you say that? Which statement do you use actually?
Who's on now?
I was asking. What's up, money? Get up.
Right. I can vote for you. Go back. Go back. Guys, you need to see that from us.
Give me more. Yeah, I did. Bro, this guy is OP.